Hi everyone, it's Alia or Cake Legend, and today's video is all about Mother's Day at the bakery. Back in February, I made a video that was all about Valentine's Day at the bakery, and you guys seemed to really enjoy it. And Mother's Day is the second busiest day of the year, so I started my shift at 7 a.m. on Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, and when I walked in, I could see that Rachel was already making tons of cupcakes. Rachel is the owner of Happycakes, and she's super talented, as you can see by these two brand new display cakes at the shop that she made a couple weeks ago in Miami at the SoFlo Cake and Candy Expo. Today, she got to the shop at 3 in the morning because she also had a ball tournament today and needed to leave the shop at 8 o'clock. So she arrived at 3 and was already making so many cupcakes. All the cupcakes for the showcase and the orders, making lots of buttercream, and she got me to start on making the special Mother's Day cupcakes for our pre-order. We had this pre-order set up for pickups across Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I think for the Saturday I needed to make 22 boxes. So I got started right away by making these Best Mom Ever plaques. The plaques were made of pink fondant, and we got the letters by using this fancy laser cut stamp where you press it into the fondant and then the letters stick out. However, just pressing it into the fondant won't get you the best results. So to make all these plaques looking flawless, I had to cut out squares of fondant and then push them into the mold and then cut out the circles after. While I was doing that, Rachel was making all the cupcakes for the showcase as well as the orders, working as fast as she could since her plan was to leave at 8, come back at 10, and then leave again at 12. So back to the Mother's Day pre-order, I started off with these simple rosette cupcakes that just had a couple leaves on the side and pearl sprinkles on top. Each box included 2 cupcakes with this design, so I had to make 44 total. And this went by pretty quick. I mean, it was nothing new, it was easy to do, and I was able to pump those out pretty fast. Next up, we have our Best Mom Ever cupcakes, which were also super quick. I just had to do our classic flat swirl of buttercream on top of the cupcakes, which we call our Happycakes hockey puck, and then pop a plaque on top of each one. And the plaques weren't totally dry when I was doing this, but I wanted to get them out of the way because I was doing all the chocolate cupcakes first, and then I was going to move on to vanilla afterwards. So the last 3 designs in the box were all the same, they just used different colors. They were made with 3 little rosettes of buttercream on top of each cupcake, and then leaves to fill in the little gaps, and the same pearl sprinkles on top. These ones here were made with our pink strawberry buttercream, which is a very nice pastel pink color. The other one was made with raspberry buttercream, which is a slightly darker shade of pink. And then the last one had 1 little rosette of white vanilla buttercream, 1 of the strawberry buttercream, and then 1 of the raspberry. These cupcakes took me slightly longer to make because I needed to make sure the rosettes were centered, make sure they looked nice, and piping the leaves also took a little bit longer because there was a lot and I had to change the angle. I ended up moving the tray, flipping the whole thing around at some point, just because it was easier to pipe them all at one angle, flip the tray, and then get the other side instead of angling my hand the opposite way, if that makes sense. It's not like an important detail, but it was important at the time because I was like, this is taking forever, I have so much to do. But I was still able to get it all done. Since I had 22 pre-packs to make and each box contained 6 cupcakes, that meant I was making 132 of these custom Mother's Day cupcakes, and it took me a little under 2 hours, I believe. I think it was like an hour and 45 minutes, maybe an hour and 40, and that's including the time it took to make the fondant plaques as well. So now all the Mother's Day cupcakes were done, ready on trays to be packaged by the staff that came in later. Meanwhile, one of the other cake decorators was making these super cool custom cakes, and I got started on the simpler buttercream cakes that were for pickup on the Saturday. Rachel had already stacked everything earlier in the morning, and everything was chilled and ready to be decorated right away. I also made some to-go cakes for the front fridge. Our to-go cake fridge is big enough to fit 9 6-inch cakes, but we don't always have 9 cakes ready on hand because sometimes the baker won't have time to bake all 9 cakes, or sometimes we don't have time to decorate all of them in the morning before we open the shop, but we still try and put out as many as we can, and I try to keep the decoration simple but elegant, just like this cake here, which I posted a tutorial for last week. And this one here, the classic, just buttercream swirls on top and then sprinkles. I wanted to do some cakes that were more florally for Mother's Day, but also some birthday cakes, since birthdays still happen on Mother's Day. Rachel was back from her first ball game, finishing up the cupcakes for the storefront. Meanwhile, lots of custom cakes were getting made and put into the pickup fridge. And at this point, it was 11 o'clock, I think, and all the cupcakes for the storefront were done. I made the only to-go cakes we had already stacked and ready to be decorated, and now Rachel was working on cake orders as well. It was really just go, 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 get as much done as you can all day before 12 o'clock. So what time did you get here today?
3.
And why do you have to leave?
Because I'm in a ball tournament. And we're overwhelmed.
And how do you feel right now?
I feel fine.
Everything was totally fine. We were decorating so many cakes. At this point, more of the staff had come in, and we had one person starting to package the Mother's Day cupcakes into their boxes, getting all those ready in the front for the pickups. We like to have everything ready, and since all boxes were the same, when someone came to pick up one, we could grab any box. Lots more cakes were starting to be baked and stacked for more fridge cakes, and then I forgot to film everything for the rest of the day. But basically what happened was we hustled hard until 12 o'clock, then we opened the doors, Rachel said later, and left. I had to help out with the opening rush, and when that was over, I came back to finish decorating the cakes that were for pickup later in the day. And at some point, I'm pretty sure I had to make more cupcakes because we sold out. And now it's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Everyone say hello to Rachel's super cool car. I clocked in at 7 again, and Rachel got to the shop not at 3 but at 4:30 in the morning, and this time she already had all the cupcakes finished. She had the second day of her ball tournament, so again, she had to leave at 8 o'clock, and this time she wasn't gonna come back at all. So everything was already baked and ready to go for me. First thing I had to do was, again, making the Mother's Day pre-order cupcakes. So exact same process as the day before. She already had all the buttercreams ready for me, but I had to make those plaques once again. And this time I had 27 boxes to make, plus another 2 plaques for a regular order, so I had to make 29 Best Mom Ever plaques altogether, and I remember it took me 45 minutes just to do that. So time consuming, but they looked so gorgeous, so it was worth it. For the decorating, it was exactly the same as the day before. I feel like I don't need to explain it again, so just enjoy these clips of satisfying cupcake decorating. It took me a full 2 hours to make all these Mother's Day cupcakes. Since there were a couple more boxes, I had 162 cupcakes to make. And don't they all look so beautiful on the trays together? Ugh, it's literally one of my favorite sights ever. While I was making those, Rachel was making to-go cakes for the front fridge. And then she left at 8 o'clock. She left this lovely note on the whiteboard for us. And where are we at? Oh yeah, after I finished the Mother's Day cupcakes, it was 9 o'clock, 3 hours to opening, so I had to make all the cake orders once again. Thanks to Rachel, they were already stacked and chilled in the fridge, so I just got straight to decorating. And yeah, same thing as before, they were all simple buttercream designs. I had a great time making them. And again, at this point, more staff had come in and they started packaging all the cupcakes into the boxes for the pickups and putting out the cupcakes in the showcase and also making buttercream while I was decorating these lovely cakes in the back and binging Stranger Things before the new season comes out. Here's all of Rachel's to-go cakes before they got put in the fridge. The Mother's Day cupcakes getting put into the boxes, and cupcakes on the trays. Same thing as before. Also, I just realized that one cupcake never got a cherry. Wow, how sad. Anyways, and then the shop was ready for 12 o'clock, opening on Mother's Day. On Sundays, we're only open for 3 hours. We already had a couple hundred cupcakes put out, but I decided to make some more custom Mother's Day cupcakes for the people who didn't order the cupcake box in time. So I did that, and yeah, after we opened, we were pretty busy. There was only 3 of us at the shop, including myself, so I didn't really film anything, except this one clip of me making cupcakes after we ran out in the front and needed more. At this point, I think we only had about an hour left until closing, so I didn't want to make too many cupcakes, and since we didn't have anything in the front, I didn't want to spend time to make the special Mother's Day cupcakes. I just did our regular flavors because I knew they would be quick and easy. The 3 hours that we were open went by so fast. It was just so busy. I remember customers coming in non-stop, the phone ringing non-stop. It just went by in a blur. Yeah, so I didn't really film anything else because we were also cleaning pretty early in the day because we wanted to get out on time. And here's the shop after it was all clean. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope this video was enough because I don't think I filmed enough, but I hope you all enjoyed the video anyways. I hope you all had a happy Mother's Day. I brought these cupcakes home to my mom, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Also, this head is so creepy. So creepy.